What is going on, Bassheads? Welcome to the Bass Drop Podcast. This is episode 10. Kalana is out. I'm your host, DJ Dirty Bass. Kalana is on his way to Hawaii right now, so he won't be on for this episode, but I will take care of it this time. Um, Before we get started with our guest, I got a couple things I want to show y'all. DJDirtyBass.com, of course, is where you can go to get any of my stuff, Rebase Music, audio equipment. We're a dealer for Audio Ace, Resilient Sounds, and Ruthless Car Audio. We also have our merch, and of course, if you want Rebase tracks, new Rebase tracks every day, you can subscribe for $5 a month. And we just added lanyards not too long ago. So if you want a lanyard for your flash drive, you can add that for $3 to your flash drive, or $5 by itself. But with that being said, let's bring on our guest this week. Our guest is Queen Kong. How you doing, Queen Kong?
What's up? What's up?
What's up? So Queen Kong, you have a pretty reputable build. It's known by a lot of people. But a lot of people might not know. What was your first ever build, and what got you into car audio?
My first ever build was like 215s in a Nissan Altima. It was like, some power base or something like that.
Yep.
I was in the military, so this is like 2005, 2006 time frame. But I was always into cars since I was younger. My dad, he was in the cars, went to car shows. So when I, of course, bought my own car, that was like the first thing that I had to do. Even though I was deploying to Iraq like 2 months later, I still had to have it for those 2 months. So
yeah. So you're a veteran too, then?
Yes, I am.
Thank you for your service. So yeah, 215s in Altima. That's we all start somewhere. Now what do you got? What do you got now? You've got let's see.
I have 618s, 5 MTs, with the SPL Corey SPL audio recombs in them.
Trying to pull that picture up there. Yep, 618s, and you got the Stetson Stetson Bravo. Are those 8Ks?
Yes, they are 8Ks.
One per sub. I've always wondered, what does it do on the meter?
I don't get on the meter.
Oh, you don't?
Nope.
Ever?
Not at all. Never.
Okay.
No. I have before.
Yeah.
2013 when I had 2 incriminator audio death penalty 21s.
Okay. Wow. I've seen videos of it and I know it's loud. I was just curious, what you did on the meter. But yeah, that's one heck of a build. And these pictures are, looking at them here, these pictures are beautiful. Did you get those professionally taken?
I did when I was at Slam.
Okay.
My friend Chris Gotza, he does for Gauge Magazine. So he took those pictures for me at Slam.
Yeah, those look real nice. And on top of that, you also have your own, kind of product line and stuff, on your.
I do.
You got all kinds of stuff, all based on the build. There, you got your Queen Kong hoodies. This is one of my favorite here. The "If Lost, Please Return to the Nearest Car Show."
Yep.
I like that.
I thought that would be a good slogan. Have at the car shows and the car audio events, and I'm like a overthinker, so I'm always just thinking of stuff, thinking of slogans, thinking of something.
Yeah.
When it came to mind, I was like, hey, I got to put this out there.
Right. So if anybody watching needs anything from her, you can get it from queenkong.com. That's KWEENKONG.com. But yeah, you got all kinds of stuff. You got your ply pressure beanie here, shirts.
I know. I had all that. Well, the beanies and the long sleeve were supposed to be for Ruckus, but we had horrible technical difficulties. So
what happened? Because I was at Ruckus, I was expecting to see you there.
Yeah. So what happened was So myself, my brother, which is the professor, and Shane as well. So audio advantage. So my truck was it was finishing the rebuild process. I tore out the wall, tore out the baffle, got all that redone. So the night before we were about to get on the road, and the external regulator.
Oh, okay. So
Started
you didn't have no power then.
nothing. So I couldn't, couldn't tell what the voltage was reading. I do not, trust. I was driving it as well. I wasn't having it trailer. So I was driving
Right.
it. So it was just like a big safety hazard. And then right when I'm just fuming, then my brother called and he was like, yeah, I don't have any output on one of my amps. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So you can't make it. I was going to still come to support him.
Right.
Then about 20 minutes later, he called and said that Shane was on the side of the road because his fuel pump went out. So we just took that as a sign, as the three of us like to travel sometimes together. So bad news in threes, and we just said no. We're just not gonna
Yeah.
push our luck.
I get that. I get that. There's been a few shows that I've skipped out on because there's been multiple things go wrong. So
Yeah.
I get that. But the shows you do go to, people are saying you like to bring the party to the show.
Yes, I do. I like to have fun. With all the sometimes a little bit of negativity, I like to have fun at the show. I like to dance, just chill. My team, No Chill, down in Alabama. Of course, we were up there for Sundown.
Yeah.
On top of the trucks, just having a good time, bringing that to the shows because you don't want it to be. I mean, it's a car audio show, but a lot of people are giving demos, so it's just nice to walk by and come by a tent where everybody's just having fun, just having a good time. So
Right. Seeing somebody
yeah.
having the best time of their life, and you
Oh yeah.
usually do at the shows. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I seen you for the first time at Slam. I think it was this year, and yeah, yeah. I didn't get a demo, but I seen you out there.
Yeah, I had issues then too. So actually, nobody knows, but y'all will know now. I was without bass the whole season. Luckily, the mids and highs carried me through, and I just got it fixed. When I got the rebuild done. So it was a lot of frustration moments. So yeah.
Somebody asked if you were going to go to TDH next year.
I am not going to TDH. I don't have anything against TDH. Only thing is it always falls on me and my husband's anniversary weekend. Right. So we definitely want to go, but we're a little older. We're married. So
Right. Anybody that's in the comments, comment the word stickers if you want to win a sticker pack for the podcast. I never have one to show you, but it's the same thing. We got the bass drop sticker, their little iridescent stickers, subsonic sticker, and one of the bass kitty stickers. So comment stickers if you want to win that sticker pack. Same person's won 3 weeks in a row. So
oh wow.
Yeah, Caden, he's won 3 weeks in a row.
I know that's right.
Yeah, we got people commenting stickers.
Yep, stickers. Matter of fact, I believe Sundown was a blast. Yeah.
Well, you were at Sundown, weren't you?
I was. With blown subs, and that was like I say, our team was on top of the trucks, and then he blew 3 of his right out as soon as he turned it on. He has 818s and just
so, right. One thing Kalana had told me he wanted to ask. He was like, he was going to ask, how did you manage to turn, Queen Kong, the build and everything into a profitable, thing? Like you've got merch and everything. How did you, come about that? I know you said you have all these ideas for stuff, but how did you, push that, as a brand?
I credit that to my husband, my brother, and Rock Jeffcoat here, where we live at with CNR Audio, because I never wanted to do merch. And because I'm just the type of person, I was like, no, nobody wants to buy, something with my name on it. I just didn't want to do it. I wouldn't say scared, but I just didn't want to do it. And they wouldn't leave it alone. It was like every day we're on the phone. So you're going to do this. And so I started thinking, brainstorming. Of course, this is like the third shirt. So this is the one I like the most. First it was just like the logo and stuff like that. And then of course I love for my vehicle to smell good. So
Right.
the air freshener was a given. That just had to be done next. And then everything else I think just comes with the season with the beanies and stuff like that, just long sleeves. I think I don't have the layers on the site, but everything has come with a season. I have written down some more ideas of things to put my brand on, so we'll see what's coming.
You'd spoken there. So what scent are these two air fresheners? Are those the same scent or are those different?
No, so the car audio air freshener is Arctic Blast, and the Queen Kong air freshener comes in 5 scents. The signature one I have in mind, which is the cherry, a scent called Barbershop. It should be on there, maybe. Click it.
I did. It's not showing up for some reason though.
Okay, so I need to check that one. So a scent called Barbershop.
Pine, perfume, and
Yep,
pumpkin
pine.
spice.
Yep, there we go.
And I believe you use cherry in your build, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. If anybody has been downwind from Queen Kong's build at a show, you know, you
Yeah,
can. It smells good. It does.
Thank you.
So, how many speakers total, like door speakers and stuff? How many high speakers do you have in this thing?
5 in each front doors, 3 in the back, so that's 16 there. And then with the horns, I think it's 4 horns 4 horns in the front doors, three in the back, 7, 14. So right at 30.
Awesome. And we mentioned the bass amps, but how much power do you have on the doors?
I have a lot on my doors, 12K on each side.
Oh wow, 12K on each door.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. So what's your battery setup then?
That is a C-Max. I have a 270 amp hour, so it keeps it going.
Oh yeah,
it does. Oh yeah.
Man, that is a lot of power on vocals. You basically got a stunt wall in each door then, huh?
Yeah. Because like I say, it carried me through the season, so I'm glad that I do. So
that's awesome. So do you only take Queen Kong to? Do you only take her to car audio shows, or do you go to other events as well?
Oh no, I go to every show, every event. I just took her to when I got it back to test her out. There's a racetrack down the street from our house. They had a big event there.
Yeah,
I took her out there. I take her there. We actually have the high schools are having their state championship here in our town Friday. So I'm going to take her out there, especially since my high school is in the state championship. So I'm going to take her out there.
So you're active in your local community then.
Yes, and a lot of other places. I try to. Alabama. This past summer, Alabama and Georgia has been the basis of going to car audio shows, just going to events, just going to car meets.
Yeah. So what does the local people think about Queen Kong that's not necessarily into audio, that like people that aren't really bass heads? What kind of reactions do you get whenever they sit in Queen Kong? Have you had a lot of tap outs?
No, I try not to tell. I don't want anybody to hurt. I want them to enjoy it. I call it the Queen Kong experience. So I want them to enjoy it. While I was testing in the yard today, I did have someone from down the street. He came down and he said, "Hey, I'm at my grandmother's house and you're over there shaking the shingles." And he was looking at it and he wanted to get a demo. So he did. At one point, not my immediate neighbor, but to the far back was constantly calling the police. But the police would come out there. We built a good relationship. Now they come to the barbecues and let us know when you're coming, you're going to have it out. So
yeah,
mostly I'm not being a nuisance. So everybody, they're pretty used to it now, or if they stop me and they'll see me and ask for a demo.
Right. I feel like most bass heads, not all of them, but most bass heads try not to be a nuisance.
Right.
Like I do test. I live in the middle of nowhere, so I test out in my
Yep.
yard and stuff. But I
Yep.
don't do it at night because I do have neighbors. But if you've got a really loud system, you need to try to be respectful and stuff. But
Yeah.
some
We
people
live in the
some
country
people
too.
aren't. But yeah,
Yeah, we live in the country as well. I mean, that the neighbor that was calling the police, he's probably about like 2 football fields away.
yeah,
But it was during the daytime. But like I say, my immediate neighbor, they love it. When I actually first got the build back when it was 10, they got the first demo. It was like, I can't wait to get in it. We got it back. So
right. I've wanted to get a demo from you, but I'm always scared getting in those big demos because, like you said earlier, you don't want nobody to hurt, and I'm kind of weak. I'm kind
look,
of
I
weak with
don't.
those.
It's some that I don't even get in my brother's build. Like I don't. He no
Yeah.
no.
So what does he got?
He has 11 15s.
Eleven
The Corey,
fifteens.
the SPL audio, Corey SPL audio Dean. He has his 11 15s on 11 10Ks
Oh wow.
in a Toyota Sequoia. Um, stream cabin. Yeah, no, it only took once when I was at the house while he was testing. It only took me one time to learn, and no.
Yeah. My one time was it was years back. It was probably 2017. Gary Killian, whenever he had the 1215s on, I think like 60, 70,000 watts, but
Mm-hmm.
he did a 165, but it was at like 52 hertz,
Oh,
and
oh,
I had done a song for him. Yeah, yeah, it hurt.
oh,
I had done a song for him, and he told me to get in, and I was like, "All right, I'll get in." And I was a teenager then, um, but I got in, and he cranked it up, and I was feeling it, and then he takes the knob and he goes, "Wow!" And it hit, and it was on the 52 hertz, and I thought I was dead, man. It hurt,
yeah, yes,
like
yes,
a 165 above 40 is insane.
torture. Yeah, it
But
definitely is. It's like torture.
so I kind of, whenever before I get in a build now, if I'm at a show, if I see a big build, I always ask, how loud is it and what frequency do you play? Because
Right.
I can take a 160 in the 20s most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're doing, 160 above 32, 35 hertz, I can't do
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh
But
yeah. It definitely does. Oh my goodness.
this whips, kicks, and chicks said, you're the reason they're little deaf.
Yeah, we were at a car show, and then when I play the highs, like I'm gonna open all the doors and I'm turning it up. Like it's
Right,
turn
right.
it up. So
Yep. Let's see. I had a few. So, what all shows? Like, do you have a list or somewhere that people can see what shows you're going to go to next year?
I don't. I need to do that. That is a good idea. I plan to go to. Let's start with March. I think March. Lane is having his show. So of course that March. That's the first weekend in March. I believe it is. Um, I don't have a show. I mean, if shows pop up and I go,
Yeah.
somebody could say, "Hey, we're having a show in Atlanta," and
Mhm.
I'll go. I did get It's gonna be a surprise, but I did get booked for a show in January, so that's where I posted the flight. If so, I'm taking the truck
Okay. You'll
a
have to
little
tell
bit
me where
far.
that is because we don't
Yeah,
have anything in January. So
yeah,
you have to let me know where that's at.
yeah. It's pretty. Well, not pretty far, but it's gonna have to get transported. So
Right, right. Well, we're in central Kentucky. So
okay.
yeah. But Slam next year, I'm sure you'll be at Slam wherever they're going to have that.
I
Um,
know.
I'd love to know where it's going to be because we usually book our hotel and stuff the week after the
They
Slam.
announced it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah. The slam was that was the first year that I went, and I loved it. I
mm,
like it was just it was so much, but I loved it. And I already knew before we left, I was like, yeah. I'm going back. So
Yeah, it's a huge the amount of people that are there. I mean, it's
yes,
insane because I think they had what like 40,000 people show up this year.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
yes.
crazy. That's not all audio builds, of course. There's a lot of
Right,
spectators, but I mean that whole parking lot was pretty much full on Saturday. So, um,
right, and that's what I like about it because it's not just audio; it's low riders, lifted. It's a lot. It's a variety of what you can see, and I like those type of shows.
right, right. And speaking of all that, the extra stuff. Somebody, one second, let me find that. Somebody said the amount of detail in your build is insane. So your build, I mean, you've got a lot of detail. You got the wires, they're covered and stuff. The sheathing on the wires and stuff, and you got your little Queen Kong logo over here, and everything just looks really nice. Your rims,
Thank
all
you,
that.
thank you. I
Yeah,
mean, I am a. I'm sure my builders would love to tell you the backstories of some of those phone calls, some of those visits,
yeah,
because I am a female. So, and I was, like I said, I grew up with cars, so I was on the car customization side first.
right.
So the paint and the detail, it being clean, that stuck with me. That's what I like. So because I like to show it off,
Mhm.
um, I like to take it, like I say, to other than car audio shows. So I wanted to look clean. I wanted to be presentable.
Yep.
So yeah.
So, what kind of awards, other than art audio? I'm sure you've won awards for it being, clean and stuff, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. Even though I've started doing the thing where I don't enter into any shows. I'm strictly like how it was a sundown. I'm strictly about having fun. So I
Right.
will go. I won't enter. I don't want to be in the competition. I just want to go and have fun. Um, so yeah. But when I was, they still will acknowledge it. I go to the show, I'm like, hey, don't judge me, and they say no, it's too clean not to. That's the
Right.
most. That's the most award that is. It's a clean build. So
Uh, Someone said the Black Car Guru featured it. Said you definitely noticed. I'm not familiar with them, but
yeah, he's a YouTuber kind of comedian guy, but he's on the race car side. So that was a big thing because he just judges and talks about race cars.
okay.
So for him to feature a car audio bill and it was mine, that was his first. I feel like that's a pretty big accomplishment to have somebody from another part of the car community
Mhm.
recognize car audio because a lot of them don't. So
That is always fun because we'll take Ashland's car to truck shows and stuff
yeah.
because around here there's a lot of lifted trucks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we'll take her car out there and they just absolutely love it. And it's covered. It's not. It looks nothing like their stuff because it's covered in Hello Kitty. It's just a Impala with a wall in it, but
Yeah,
they just love
but
it,
it's
man.
different. It's
Yeah,
different. So
yeah. We actually won best audio with it at a local show here lately.
see.
There was other people with audio, a lot of builds that looked a lot better, I thought, but you
Mm-hmm.
know hers is fairly loud. I mean, it does 153 at 32 hertz,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, I mean, people love it, man. I mean, like I used to only go to audio shows, but I love going to these other things because the reactions you
Mm-hmm.
get from people are
Right.
people that don't know about it. You know,
Right.
they don't
Yep.
realize that sound can move the whole car like it does. It's
Right.
yeah, it's really cool to give demos to people who aren't into audio because
Correct. Yep.
you always get a reaction out of it. But
Yep. That's. I feel like that's the best thing. I wouldn't say everyone, but people have. When you have audio in high school is different, and then
mhm,
the ones that grow out of it, or like I say, at a race car event, and they're like, this is. I've never seen anything like this before. Like, what is this?
right,
So
right. I feel like a lot of people think you go to Best Buy and stuff, and you see the boxes for 212s, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's what you can put in." They don't realize, what we
the
do.
detail, like
Yeah,
yeah, the detail, the technicalities, the the highs and the lows. Definitely.
All right, Caden commented stickers, so he's probably going to win the sticker pack. But if y'all comment stickers and like and share the podcast, you'll be entered to win a pack of stickers. Caden will probably win it again, but if he does, we'll draw somebody else too. But yeah. So this truck, Queen Kong, is there a lift kit on it?
Yeah, it's a modified lift. It's a 6.5. So I did buy 2 lift kits for it. I bought a lift kit. It was an FTS lift kit. I bought that, and then I don't know what happened in transit, but they turned around and sent it back because they said one of the boxes were damaged. So I went ahead and bought a super lift, guess what it's called. And I bought that. So the suspension shop it was at, they was like, don't worry about it. We're going to do what we do. So they modified it 6.5, and it sits perfectly, rides perfectly. Like,
so you drive it around too, don't you?
Oh yeah, I've driven it. The furthest I've driven it from. So I'm in South Carolina, and I've driven it to Alabama, Auburn area, Alabama. Okay. Like I said, I like to functionality, to being comfortable. Before I had to put the step bars on because I am only 5'3", so I did keep falling out of it. So I needed to have those step bars put on there before I broke my ankle or something.
Right. So yeah, y'all comment stickers. On another note, real quick, I just released a new pack actually. Let me get that pulled up here. So if anybody wants a Christmas pack, I did 10 Christmas songs. They're kind of like trap remixes of Christmas songs because the original Christmas songs have no bass to go off of. But anyway, these are all Christmas theme songs, and people have been asking me for years to do a Christmas pack, so I went ahead and did one.
That's awesome. I need to get that added. I was testing with your USB today.
Yeah.
So definitely, it was. I love it. I love your edits. I love it. Clean.
I appreciate it.
Crazy, like, yeah.
If you need any custom ones done for Queen Kong, let me know.
I will do that.
We'll get you hooked up, whatever you need.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll send. Remind me after we get off of here. I'll send you that Christmas pack so you can try it out.
Okay.
But it ranges from the lowest is 16 hertz.
Ooh.
And then I think the highest one goes up to 55. So
okay.
So there's quite a bit of range in there.
Yeah.
Speaking of range, what does Queen Kong play?
Well, with my music has, of course, I just play anything. Yeah. But I like to stay around the 25-ish. There I really like that for the lows. That's just it's comfortable enough. So 25 to 32-ish maybe is really mine.
Right.
So I mean, I like it. Like I said, it's been what I've been playing for years. It's comfortable. Could I have had my builder, build it for lower? But I just I like it.
Yeah, I like the 25 to 30 range. That's kind of, you feel it in your chest a little bit, and it's windy. So
yeah, I can't wait to drop that video because the rebuild I was playing it, and the song that I was playing it definitely like right in the middle, and I was like, oh okay, and I caught it on video, so I was
So if you go 1 second, what's up?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see a little hand.
Okay. Ashlyn said that the giveaway wasn't collecting the comments for some reason. We may figure something out afterwards. After the podcast.
They gotta keep commenting.
Yeah, comment. If y'all have any questions for me or Queen Kong, put it in the comments and I'll put it up on screen. But we'll go through the comments later on, and we'll put them into a spinner, and we'll announce the winner of that later. Since it's not pulling them right now, it just won't be live. Somebody asked if you're locked in for Ruckus and Chill in 2025.
I don't know. I don't know because of how Ruckus and Chill went this year. I really don't know with any given show what could go on, because like I said, I had so much trouble this year. I almost really went to give it up, because it was just like I 2 sets of recon kits, 2 full sets of recon kits, trying to find the issue, and then seeing it was the baffle, and then having to kick out for that because it had to be done. So but we will see, because usually once people get to Ruckus and Chill, they beat hard on it all season. So
right. Have you been to Ruckus before?
Yeah, we went last year, and last year and the year before. I had a great time. I had a good time. So, I just don't like it because it's daylight saving time.
Right.
And it gets dark. So.
Yeah, it's dark right now.
Yes.
It's 5:30. I think it gets dark at like 4:30 here. So.
Yep.
But this was our first year for Ruckus this year, and I was pretty impressed with it. It's a pretty big show. It's kind of all in one line because it's down the racetrack, but I liked it pretty well. Loud show, a lot of crazy amount of loud builds. We had Memphis Houston out there. John Hart from Audio Ace. Have you heard his build?
He was across from me at Slam, like next to Stetson, right directly. Yep.
That thing. Did you get in it?
I did not, because that, like I say, Slam was so overwhelming. Just being a first time goer, it was just so overwhelming. It was just like, look over here, let me walk around, let me try to, and then buy my build, and so it was. But next time, I really plan to try to walk around and get more demos. I don't do that as much as I should, so I need to try to like plan time at these shows, and like, hey, I'm gonna take a break and walk around. And
John Hart's build, that's one. If you don't like the high frequency painful demos, that's one that does it. But I mean, it is stupid loud. Like I was standing outside of it at Ruckus, and he was giving a demo, and it just hit me in the chest in the door. And I was like, golly, I don't want to get in that.
Oh yeah, I'll stand on the outside. I'll definitely stand on the outside. Oh no.
I do the edits for his build, so I know what they do. Like he peeks around. I just did a song for him a couple days ago that's like 46 most of the song. So that's gonna hurt
most of the song, so it doesn't.
Yeah. I don't remember what the song was, but yeah.
John, oh no, don't even. No.
You'll have to go check it out though, and just kind of stick your head in. I wouldn't recommend getting in it, but at least stick your head in, because that thing is wild. Somebody said that you were in the SEMA magazine. Is that true?
I was.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. I have a full sponsorship by Stetson, so of course they used the picture that I had that they took at Slam. So for their brochure, they put my build in there.
That's awesome. This one here.
Yep. That's the picture they use. Yes.
That's really cool. Were you at SEMA?
No, I was not at SEMA because I was playing. It was the same. It was the weekend before Ruckus, so that would have been a lot of travel to that week-long show and then come back for. Right. But who knows next year? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, you're in their magazine. You know, they might want you out there.
Yeah, it's been some talks. So we'll just have to.
Never know. You might get there and they want to put you, front and center. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, that was the reason why this year they did have an audio show the year before last, the audio, and I guess they were maybe kind of complaining about it and stuff. So That's why they didn't really have it this year. So
That was another. That was an issue with Wake the Dead.
really,
It was right next to a college campus, and there was a lot of complaints from the college campus because they have you been to Wake the Dead?
really, no, I
Yeah.
haven't been yet.
That show is so loud. That's I
From a
think that's
college
the
campus, though, they were complaints.
yeah
It's
yeah it
crazy.
was so the college campus was like right next to the arena where it was, but it
Mm-hmm.
was like in the parking lot, kind of next to the dorm rooms.
Right.
Um, but but yeah, if you've not been to Wake the Dead, you got to go to Wake the Dead. It's one of the loudest shows I've ever been to, and they start at 8 a.m. and I think there was still people out there at like midnight. Yeah,
Hold on, I like to take naps. So I don't know about that. I like to take naps.
yeah.
I was planning out my nap at Slam. Like, hey, I'm
We
sure.
left. I think we left around 8 because we were wore out. We set up the booth
Yeah.
and everything. You know, hauling those, heaving those subs up on the table and stuff. You get tired. But yeah, at night everything gets lit up. And does Queen Kong have lights and stuff all around it to light it up at night?
Yes, I do. I should have sent you that picture. I do. So I have a sponsorship with Southern LEDs as well. So it's completely. Let me see if I can send you one. Maybe I can text it to you while we're here.
If you send it on
Yeah,
Facebook, I can pull it up on the screen.
you can pull it up faster. Okay, so hold
Yep.
on. Let me see here. But yeah, so I do have I have rim lights and rock lights as well. I think I did just take a picture of it recently. Oh, there we go. Is that it? Yep, there we go. All right.
That's weird. It is not letting me pull it up. Give me 1 second. I'll have
No
to.
problem. No problem.
My StreamYard's being kind of weird right now.
Mine was just kind of like sort of glitchy for a second.
All right.
So, yep.
So there she is lit up.
Yeah.
Rock lights and stuff. And I seen on the on the background picture you got a light bar at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do. I don't even really drive with that on a lot as I even though I'm in the country, I realize it attracts a lot of bugs when I'm driving. Like a
Yeah.
lot of bugs.
Yep.
It's like, oh, let's
Yep.
fly into the light. So so yeah.
Right. I have light bars on all my vehicles because
Mhm.
the car that I daily drive, and I still daily drive it. I've hit 2 deer with. Uh, I've totaled that car twice, and both times I told the insurance. I was like, "Hey, I'd like to keep it. I'll do what I can to fix it." But right now I don't have a picture of it available. But the whole front end's messed up on it. I've got 4 pod lights on the roof, and then I've got a light bar on the hood. So
We live in that type of area as well.
yeah.
Last year in our daily vehicle, I hit a deer. Of course, it went to the shop. The day that I got it back, I hit another deer.
Mhm.
So that's the type of area we live pretty much basically in the same area. And I was just like, the day that I get it back from the shop and I hit a deer, on the same road.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it sucks because there's so many. Like I will drive from the town that I live in to my house, and it's like 10 miles, and I've counted before and seen like 25 deer. It's crazy. They're everywhere. I wish that they would do like open season for hunting on them or something to get, because there's
yeah,
people hit them all the time.
yep. And that's and I on our road they have a cornfield.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
you are, they have a cornfield, and it's just
Yep. They like to
it's
hang out in cornfields because
oh
it's unlimited supply of food for them. So
exactly exactly. So
right.
yeah, it's horrible. Yeah.
Somebody asked how they get the flash drives. Let me pull those up real quick.
Go to his website. I should have had my keychain so you can see. I have a keychain with flash drives on it.
So if you go to djdirtybass.com, I got it pulled up right here. We have a couple different options. 64 gigabytes. That'll get you everything that I've done, separated by pack and frequency. The 32 gigabyte has just the demo music separated by pack and frequency. The 16 has. I've actually discontinued the 16. They're still on here because I have some left. If you want one of those, but the 16 has the demo music separated by frequency, but I ran out of space on it, so it doesn't have everything.
Right.
And then the 8 gig has, just the competition stuff. And of course, we do custom edits and stuff, so we got all those on here too.
When I tell y'all the best USB, the best USB. I love it. I know, because I'm going out to test again tomorrow because the weather is fairly decent. So, I have to get all the testing in that I can, but I love it, especially by frequency. That's my favorite because I already know what I like to play and I don't have to second guess or be concerned when I'm, with the bass knob. So love it.
Well, see, that's my main thing, man. I like to be organized with pretty much anything I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just scrolling through the music one day and I was like, man, I'd like to play just 26 hertz, but I was looking through my old packs and I was like, I got to wait for the song to scroll across to see, the frequency and stuff. And I was like, I need to make a folder for just, each frequency. And that's what I ended up doing. At first it was, 20 to 30 and then 30 to 40. But, a lot of people can play 25, but they can't play 20. So if that song came across, they'd have to skip it. But
so I do have a question for you.
What's up?
Wow, what made you get into the edits? What got you started?
So I have a video on my YouTube if y'all want to watch. That it's called "Who is DJ Dirty Bass?" It's one of my first videos. But I'll give you the short version of it. In high school, I was an introvert. I still am kind of an introvert. And I don't know. I just sat in front of my computer one day and I found I tried doing dubstep at first because I like dubstep in high school, and I had these headphones that are kind of similar to these. They're like over the ear, and they had really good bass reproduction, and I would listen to dubstep, and I was just kind of searching for bass heavy music and stuff, and that led me to Decaf and DJ Slow and Throw, because that's who was doing it whenever I was in high school. And I found out who they were, and I messaged them on Facebook. Decaf was pretty helpful with showing me how to export high quality edits and stuff. But I actually learned how to do the rebase from DJ Slow and Throw.
Okay.
He sent me some videos on the programs he uses and kind of how he does it. He didn't give me everything.
Right.
He kind of gave me the basics on how what it is, and I kind of sat there and learned it myself. But originally, DJ Slow and Throw is the one who kind of taught me, and I have from that point I have changed the way that I edit so much because I've been doing this for 11 years. I started whenever I was in my sophomore year of high school is whenever I started DJ Dirty Bass, and I was editing before that. Just under my regular name, but those weren't very good. There's some bass boosted stuff, and we don't do bass boosted here. But all of my stuff is -5 dB, and I just kind of started in high school because I was bored, and I wanted bass heavy music, and like. I like dubstep, but I also like country and stuff too, and rock, and nobody really had that, like with that was bass heavy. So that's kind of where it started, I guess.
That's awesome to know that you look. A lot of people wouldn't know. I mean, I'm an introvert as well. People wouldn't think that, but when I first started going to car audio shows, like my brother had to after the show, he would be like, "Hey, you need to change this. You just look so stiff when you're giving a demo. You're not talking
Yep.
to anyone. You're not." And I was just like, I just it's a lot of people. I don't want to, I
Yep.
didn't want to even still to this day. I'm still like when I first get to the show, it's always a wave of emotions. It's like I have to
Hmm.
pump myself up to, you know,
I'm glad that there's somebody else that feels that way because I am the exact same way.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's hard for me to talk to people, and doing this has helped me a lot. It really has because I used to not be able to talk to people at shows. I was just kind of awkward, I guess.
yep,
And overdoing it, doing it for so long, it's helped me a lot socially. Audio just in general has, and doing what I do. So I'm very grateful. I am extremely grateful for people that follow me and order stuff
yes,
from me
yes,
because
yes. I, I tell you, it's amazing. What else? Oh, the guy. Oh, a lot of people do not know that my build is actually a memorial build.
is it
Um,
okay?
yeah, it definitely is. So, my best friend, who I call my brother, we known each other, since I went to college. When I came here, went to the military, came back to the same little town just to finish college because the military was paying for it. And I didn't know anybody. Yeah, he had the same number, but he was building boxes doing car audio.
Hmm.
So of course, when I came back, that's who I went to. So like I say, friendship over the years. When he met of course, when I met my husband, and then they became friends, and I was like, "Hey, I was your friend first. How could y'all be best friends?" Kind of thing. So, and then he he actually the night that he passed away, he was in my truck. It was still tan, and he was actually drawing up the design, getting everything, situated. So when he left to go home, somebody, was driving and hit and killed him. So I took my design to the builder and I wanted it exactly like that.
Yep.
Red was not my color. That's his color. The whole ply pressure thing, that's him. So I'm just a lot of people don't know. Just like, hey, that's why I don't really want to do competition. I just want to have fun. Just want to
Right.
live it out like how he would do, laugh, have a good time. So yeah.
That was one thing I was going to ask, where the ply pressure came from,
Mm-hmm.
because that's kind of become your motto now.
It is.
Ply
It
pressure.
is. It is. It definitely is. I mean, like I said, we try to carry it on. That's what he would say all the time. So we started saying it in our little circle, So we're just like, hey, apply pressure, and
Yeah, and you got that. I don't know if it's in the pictures or not, but you got that right above your. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it
oh,
is.
right above the wall. Yeah, yeah. Let me see here.
Yeah, it's not in this picture, but right above, the wall it says plow pressure.
Yep, it definitely. Did I take one today? I might have. I'm not sure. Mm, yeah, I did. Yeah. Yeah, it's right above it, and his. I also have his logo on the roof portion, like So when I look up on the roof portion, I have his logo there as well. So yeah,
I'm trying to pull it up.
yep.
For some reason, it's not letting me pull up your messages. It's letting me pull up the ones that I sent to Ashland, but so I have to go through and switch it every time now.
And yeah,
But should be up now.
yeah, yep. It is. It is.
Um, so yeah, it says plow pressure right there above. You also got Queen Kong on your headrest there. I didn't know that.
Yep. Mhm. Yeah.
So, are you going to keep, the same box design basically, or are you planning on changing that at some point?
Oh no, that's what was changed. Those pictures are new. Like I took that yesterday and today. So the design, we had to lower it, the baffle, because I feel like I also, I like to change a lot of things, or when it comes to reconing, I want to make it easier when we have to take it in and out. And before, it was just such a tight space. It was just like a minimal space to try to get in there. So everything that was taken out, the whole everything was taken out and rebuilt. Now the same design, my builder might get mad at me. I don't know. We might have to change it. I might want to look a little different.
Yeah.
I might want them, horizontal-ish, whatever. So.
Hey, that's part of it, though. You change things, some people change every year, change their whole build every year.
Right. I was thinking about painting it again. So. But
somebody
the red
asked,
has become my.
Somebody asked where them shirts at. I don't know if you're referring to me or her.
Both us. We both have a website. His website, my website.
Let me. I gotta change the screen again. 1 second. All right. So this is hers. KWEENKONG.com, QueenKong.com. And she's got, hoodies here. She's got Ply Pressure shirt, Queen Kong hoodie, air freshener, beanies. That's not all of it. Hold on. Why ain't it all pulling up? There we go. All right. Beanies. Humble, but definitely some pressure. You got all kinds of stuff. This is my favorite. If lost, please return to the nearest car show. I'm gonna get me one of those after we get off.
Did I make that one to a long sleeve? Did I? Oh, it is long. No, it's a hoodie. I have that one to no. I don't have. I have to add that.
There's a hoodie.
Tonight. No, the car show one. I need to add that as a long sleeve and a hoodie, at least. Yep.
What sizes you got? Up to 4X. I appreciate that.
No, I can do up. I can actually do up to 6X.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We have up to 3X on ours, but I don't know who you order from. But whenever we order our shirts, for some reason, everything after extra large like doubles in price every size. So
it definitely does. I've noticed that as well. But I try to still I try to keep mine at just a set price. I try to keep it affordable, even if I may lose money. It's just like, hey, I just want the product out there. I just want people to to have it. But it is definitely expensive. Like even just like as a 2X, I think that's where they start.
Yeah.
Going insane with the prices.
Right. Yeah, because it starts like, way down here, and then by the time you get up to 4X, it's up there.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Someone said that your Tahoe was their parents' favorite build at Ruckus 2023.
What? Who are your parents? Let me feel old. Hold on. Your parents? Wait a minute. How old are you?
They did say 23 though. 2023.
Right, but Cameron, how was Cameron's? Like your parents were there? Oh my gosh.
My parents will never be at a car audio show. So
really?
Yeah, my dad was in the military. He doesn't like the loud noises and stuff.
Mine as well. They did come to a show that I went to because my parents stay in Alabama, and then my stepfather stays in North Carolina, actually in Fayetteville. So, but they did actually come to a show. They're the first car show since I've been doing it. So, like my whole family came out there, and it was just like I almost cried. So it was awesome.
Kalana had a similar experience this year because his parents. I know he's not on here, but his parents came to their first audio show this year too, and the one that they came to, his grandmother had just passed away, and I did a memorial song. I rebased a memorial song for him, and he played that, and he said that they got pretty emotional whenever he played that, and because everybody turned their systems off and everything at the show. I think it was the TCP show, but everybody else turned their systems.
Seeing that.
Yeah, and now his parents like to go, if they can make it to the shows with him. So that's really cool that he kind of got them into audio a little bit. So
that's pretty cool. That's definitely pretty cool.
It's always cool to get your folks, come out. But we're right at an hour right now, so we're gonna close this off here in a minute. Okay. Like I said, for some reason the sticker thing wasn't working. We will post on my Facebook after the podcast, and it'll be like a video of the spin wheel, and we'll let you know who won. So look out for that if you're watching, and then message me, or I'll try to message you, whoever wins. But if you have any questions for me or Queen Kong, go ahead and ask them in the comments right now. We'll take some questions if anybody has any.
Don't ask no crazy questions neither.
These comments do get crazy sometimes.
Yeah, I know. I see. I've watched the podcast, and I just like, y'all. Sometimes the audacity, like, why would you just? I don't know.
We try to keep it clean. We don't care what brand people run. We don't care how loud you are. It's it's all. If you're loud, you're loud. If you're not, you're not. Everybody's got a different budget. We're all in the same hobby, and that's what we're about. We're about positivity. And
that's the same thing I say. Like, it is always going to be somebody louder anyway.
Right.
It's always going to be somebody louder at any given moment, at any given.
Yeah. So try to keep it positive in the comments if you can. If you're watching now or in the future. But I know I will say on the Jason DeClue, there was a lot of pretty mean comments there.
But it definitely was. I saw it. Like I was on, and I saw it, and I was just like, I felt like some people. I mean, I stay in the background, but I do pay attention, to everything that's going on, and just seeing that, and just like, hey, if you feel like you're just going to get on the podcast just to bash, I don't know. I'm just, that's just not me. I mean. That's just not me. I mean, some people might say I'm mean, but that's the people that really know me and they know why. It's usually because Queen Kong is giving me, struggles and stuff. But yeah, I don't do that. So,
Living Loud with Andy asked, have you ever ran kicker, or what do you think about the L7X series?
So, guess the type of person that I am. I don't speak on anything that I've never ran, and I have never ran kicker.
Okay.
Never ran. I have like I said, the power base. Some other, y'all don't judge me. This is way in the beginning. Z stats. I had those. Then I had DD. I think it was the basic, like the red line. This is still early, and then I just took a major jump because I wanted to be different. And got the 21s from Incriminator Audio. And
which ones?
The
which
DP,
ones
the death penalties.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. So I got the 21. I want to be different. To this day, I don't think any other female has ran 21s, the death penalty. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And that was back in 2012, 2013. And then from there, yeah, after that it was 5 after that. So since then, so
5 makes good stuff. And the thing I like about 5 is that you can customize what you get.
Yes.
So whatever you're planning on doing, you can customize for whatever you plan. That's why I like 5.
What shows are you planning on going to?
We kind of just go with the flow, whatever comes up, shows that we went to this year that we plan on going next year. Slam, if they ever announce where and when it's going to be. We're going to go to Slam wherever it's going to be. I may go back to Ruckus. Let's see. Sundown. We usually go to Sundown.
Okay.
We went to Excess Power this year, but I don't know if we're going back this year.
Okay.
We've gone to Triple Fest the last 2 years, so that may be an option. But if anybody, has a show they want me to come to, send it to me. If it's within a reasonable driving distance and it's going to be a big show, I'll show up. As long as I don't have something else scheduled. But we're going to try to go out west a little bit this year. We're going to try to go to Texas, maybe the Sky High Barbecue. We'll probably go to those.
Okay. What's the furthest drive so far that you've taken to a show?
Made of Steel in Florida. So that was about 16 hours. And then we got down there and our van broke down. So,
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay.
Yeah.
16 hours.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that was a very stressful weekend. So
16 hours.
Yeah, that was a really stressful weekend, but
I definitely, yeah.
Somebody asked what your build weighs, if you know.
I do not know. I really don't know. I can't even guess. I mean, I can. I should probably put it on a scale, one of the trucker scales, and see, just to have it for knowledge. But I don't. What I do know is, since I've gotten it back last week, it is squatting a little bit more in the back than I would like. Because I'm not I have a little bit, just a teeny, like how it was before. But now I walked outside today and I said, hold up. This looks like it's too much, so I'm going to have to figure that out because I don't like it.
Do you have helper bags in the rear?
No, because I didn't have an issue when they did it. I didn't have an issue, but now I may need them. Or possibly airbags. So.
Someone said that I need to get out to the southeast. I've been to a couple shows, in not really southeast. I guess southeast Made of Steel would be southeast, but in North Carolina and stuff, we went to a couple shows. TDH and TCP, we went out there.
Yep. How was the TCP show? I heard a lot. I seen a lot of promotion. For it. How was that?
It was all right. That was the first year show. I think they were expecting it to be a little bit bigger than what it was, but maybe next year it'll be a little bit bigger. I'm gonna watch it over the next few years, and I might be back to that one.
So. Okay. Awesome.
But I think we're gonna close this out here in a second. If y'all need anything from me, djdirtybass.com. And if you need anything from Queen Kong, go to queenkong.com, KWENKONG. But we got flash drives, subscriptions. I try to upload daily. If I miss a day, I'll upload an extra edit the next day. $5 a month. Flash drives. We got Resilient Sounds, Audio Ace, Ruthless. We got all kinds of stuff. We just picked up Ruthless a couple weeks ago. We got the 10Ks, the 4500, 1500.4s, and 800.4s in here. Everything that they offer. So, yeah.
Yes, they're making a wave. They're doing it. I had contacted him before my Stetson ones, but it was no issue. I was just trying to hey, I want to switch to smaller amps just because if I'm at a show, it blows. I can just go ahead and take it off.
Right.
I have to have this. So
now those Ruthless 10Ks are huge. They're massive amplifiers.
I used to have the Crossfire 16Ks. So
yeah, those are big ones too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like surfboards are huge.
Basically.
But we're going to end that off. Thank you, Queen Kong, for coming on the podcast. You're welcome to stay in for a few minutes after we end. Let me see here. Ashlyn usually does the outro, but I'm.
Where is she?
She's not in here right now. All right, I found it. All right. Thank you for watching the Bass Drop podcast. Tune in we do it every Tuesday. Around Christmas, we may miss. I cannot talk right now. Around Christmas, we may miss a week or two, but every Tuesday usually. Thank you for watching the Bass Drop Podcast. Tune in next week, and don't forget to drop the bass.